The lights burn white-hot inside the arena, a cathedral of noise where history waits impatiently for violence. Flags wave in the crowd, red, white, and blue of the Philippines colliding with the green, white, and red of Mexico. Two proud boxing nations staring each other down through their champions. This is not just a fight. This is a referendum on legacy. Manny Pacquiao, the whirlwind from General Santos City, steps forward with eyes sharp and jaw set, carrying the hunger of a country that believes this night belongs to him. Across the ring stands Marco Antonio Barrera, Mexico's ruthless tactician, a veteran forged through blood-soaked wars, a man who has stared greatness in the face and refused to blink. Barrera is the established king, the craftsman, the cerebral assassin. Pacquiao is the unknown storm, younger, faster, fueled by belief and ferocity. The air crackles with tension as the bell approaches. Trainers whisper last instructions. Gloves are adjusted. Mouthpieces bite down. Barrera looks calm, calculating, his face unreadable. Pacquiao bounces lightly, restless, ready to explode. The question hanging over the ring is simple and terrifying. Can speed and hunger dismantle experience and guile? When the bell rings, there is no easing into the night. Pacquiao immediately fires to the body, a hard right hand thudding into Barrera's ribs, announcing that this will not be a chess match. This will be a war, fought at a savage pace. Barrera answers back, reaching downstairs, trying to slow the storm before it gathers. But Pacquiao's left hand flashes like lightning, probing, testing, demanding respect. The crowd rises with every exchange, sensing that something violent and unforgettable is unfolding. In these opening moments, you can feel it. This is a collision of eras, of styles, of destinies, and neither man intends to yield an inch. From the opening exchanges, Pacquiao's rhythm is unsettling. He doesn't rush straight in. He dips, shifts, explodes, a blur of angles and speed that Barrera struggles to time. Manny goes downstairs again, ripping the body, then snaps the left hand upstairs through the guard, a punch that arrives before Barrera can fully see it. The referee signals a knockdown early, and confusion ripples through the arena. Did Barrera slip, or was he clipped by something unseen? Debate swirls, but the message is already clear. Pacquiao's speed is a problem. Barrera tries to reassert control with his jab, stepping forward, closing distance, but every step feels like he's walking into a storm. Pacquiao counters with sharp uppercuts, left hands cutting through the air, and the crowd erupts as the action intensifies. Barrera lands to the body, trying to slow the younger man, trying to take the spring out of those legs, but Pacquiao refuses to settle. His combinations are violent, purposeful, body, head, body again, setting traps, creating openings. The Filipino southpaw is landing the cleaner, harder shots, and you can see Barrera's composure begin to crack, just slightly. A momentary counter from Barrera stuns Pacquiao, a brief reminder that the Mexican legend is still dangerous, still capable of punishing mistakes. But Pacquiao answers immediately, refusing to give ground, refusing to show weakness. Then it happens. A straight left lands flush, right on the button. Barrera goes down. The arena explodes. This is no slip. This is a statement. Barrera has been knocked down only a handful of times in his career, and now he is staring up at the lights, forced to confront a terrifying reality. This young fighter is not impressed by his resume. As Barrera rises, his left eye already swelling, the momentum has shifted decisively. The hunter has announced himself, and the hunted now knows the night will be long. As the rounds roll on, Pacquiao tightens his grip on the fight. His aggression is controlled now, methodical, as he continues to punish the body, ripping left hands into Barrera's midsection before snapping punches upstairs. Barrera, ever the professional, tries to counter his way back into contention, firing combinations, catching Pacquiao coming in. But the speed gap is undeniable. Even when Barrera lands, Pacquiao answers with interest, his punches sharper, heavier, more frequent. The Mexican icon's left eye begins to swell badly, a visible toll of the relentless assault, and blood starts to mix with sweat as the rounds grind on. The crowd senses the shift. This is no longer a competitive duel. This is a test of survival. Barrera's courage is unquestionable. He keeps firing, keeps stepping forward, refusing to concede control, but Pacquiao's straight left has found a permanent home. Again and again, it slices through the guard, snapping Barrera's head back, forcing him to reset under fire. There are moments of resistance, a hard right hand here, a sharp counter there, flashes of the greatness that made Barrera a champion. But Pacquiao's youth, speed, and hunger are overwhelming. Each exchange leaves Barrera a fraction slower, a fraction more desperate. Pacquiao smells it. He presses harder, pinning Barrera to the ropes, unloading combinations that echo through the arena. The referee watches closely now. The corners grow tense. This fight, once billed as a meeting of equals, has turned into something else entirely, a coronation in progress. Yet Barrera refuses to fold. Even battered, vision compromised, he fires back, earning respect from every corner of the building. This is what champions do. They endure. But endurance alone may not be enough against a force this relentless. By the later rounds, the pace has taken its toll. Pacquiao is still charging forward, still throwing combinations. But now, there is calculation behind the fury. He knows he is winning. Barrera knows it too. The Mexican warrior understands that a decision is slipping away, that trading on the scorecards will not save him. Blood drips from around his eye, his vision blurred, yet his spirit remains defiant. He chooses to trade, to gamble, to meet Pacquiao in the fire. For brief moments, Barrera finds success. A hard right hand backs Pacquiao up. An uppercut lands, drawing roars from the crowd. But every time Barrera builds momentum, Pacquiao smothers it with volume and speed. The straight left continues to pierce the guard. The body shots continue to sap strength, and the younger man refuses to relinquish control. Pacquiao is not just winning exchanges, he is imposing his will. The crowd is electric now, fully aware they are witnessing a changing of the guard. Barrera's corner watches anxiously as their fighter absorbs punishment, knowing his heart may carry him further than his body should allow. Pacquiao senses the end drawing near. He pours it on, trapping Barrera against the ropes, hammering him with combinations, refusing to let him breathe. Barrera fights back with pride, but his reactions are slower, his counters labored. The referee's attention sharpens with every exchange. This is no longer about who is better. It is about how much more Barrera can take. The punishment accumulates, relentless and unforgiving. Pacquiao, still bouncing, still firing, explodes into Barrera with another savage flurry, driving him backward, pinning him to the ropes. Left hands crash into face and body, one after another, the sound of leather on flesh echoing like gunshots. Barrera tries to answer, tries to summon one last rally, but his punches lack the snap they once had. His left eye is nearly shut, his defense is eroding under the constant assault. Pacquiao is everywhere, angles, combinations, pressure, a complete fighter in full command. The crowd senses the inevitable, rising to its feet as Barrera absorbs yet another series of clean shots. His corner can no longer ignore the danger. This is courage pushing against cruelty, heart battling inevitability. Pacquiao continues to hammer away, not with reckless abandon, but with ruthless precision, refusing to give Barrera any space, any hope. The referee steps closer now, watching for the moment when bravery crosses into unnecessary punishment. Barrera is still standing, still swinging, but the fight has left him behind. He is surviving, not competing. And in boxing, survival alone is not victory. The storm has become too strong. At last, the corner makes the decision Barrera himself cannot. They step onto the apron, waving it off, choosing their fighter's future over his pride. The referee halts the action at 2 minutes and 56 seconds of the 11th round. The arena erupts as the realization settles in. Manny Pacquiao has done it. The bell does not ring again. This is not just a win. It is a statement, heard around the boxing world. Barrera, bloodied but dignified, has been stopped, his reign shattered by speed, pressure, and unrelenting belief. As the announcement echoes through the arena, winner by TKO and new featherweight champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao raises his gloves, a nation celebrating with him. This was more than an upset. It was the birth of a global superstar, the moment the world truly learned his name. For Barrera, it is not an ending defined by failure, but by valor, a warrior who stood until he was no longer allowed to. For Pacquiao, it is the opening chapter of a legend, a night when hunger conquered hierarchy, when youth overwhelmed experience, and when boxing history turned a page forever.